Hey everyone, it's Sarah from the art studio. Today we're going to be making our geode painting. So we're going to need our canvas. We're going to need a cup of water with some paintbrushes. I got my paper towel, got some paint, and of course we have the glitter. So let's get started. So we're going to start off by sketching out our geode with a pencil. So we're going to pull you guys down so you guys can see a little bit more. And we're going to start off by drawing the center of our geode on one side, kind of in a circular shape. I drew a half rough circle, and after that we're going to follow those lines we made and go in and off the page. So I ended up making mine a little bit darker so you guys could see a little bit better. So I sketched my geode out. And at this point we're ready to go and paint. So once we're done sketching that out, we're ready then to paint. So I grabbed one of my smaller paintbrushes and I'm going to grab my palette and I'm going to start mixing out some of my colors that I want to use. So I'm going to take some of my dark blue a little bit with some white. I'm going to mix a light blue down here at the bottom. Now I'm going to take a little bit more dark blue, a tiny bit of white. I'm going to make it an even darker blue. I'm going to make another dark blue. So 3 different blues, all different shades. Tiny bit of white. A bit closer so you guys can see. So I've now 3 different shades of blue just by adding white and different amounts of that dark blue. Ooh, and I got my gold dripping almost down into it. And I'm going to do the same thing with my lighter blue. Make a few little different shades. We can get on to mixing. So once we have most of our colors mixed, we're ready to start painting our geode. So we'll pull you guys down so you guys can see. So you guys have seen a geode before. There's all different colors in between each of these bands. So I'm going to pick and choose which colors I'd like to go in. Sometimes it's easier to map out what colors you want to do, so you guys can do a dot of each color that you want to go in each line so that you don't get messed up. That can sometimes help. You can map out which ones you want to do first. So I think I'm going to start off with this teal color. Really take my time filling in and really making those lines very smooth. So now once we finish filling this color in, I'm going to take one of the darker colors I mixed, and I'm going to do one line going down one of the sides. I'm just going to take a darker one. And you want to do this while it's still wet so it'll blend. Now I'm going to take one of the other brushes I have and I'm going to brush upwards, following the curve. And this really gives the impression of the geode inside the rock. So you guys can see a better look at this. Now I'm going to put it down this way, and I'm going to blend going the other way. And I also wiped my brush down, so when it gets too wet in between, I'll wipe the excess off. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to fill in the next line, which is this darker blue. And again, I'm going to be very careful filling in the lines. Now that I already have one painted in, I don't want to go over that side at all. Now that I have my darker blue filled in, we're going to go in and fill the gold in. So I'm going to take a clean paintbrush and then dip into that gold. And we're going to be very careful with the gold, and we're also going to have to do about 2 to 3 coats. So now that I have a few of my bands filled in, I'm going to fill in my center of the geode gold. So now that we got some of our bigger bands filled in, we're going to start filling in some smaller ones. So we're going to do some smaller, thinner lines. Next to these stripes. Now I'm just really taking my time and not going outside the line. Now I'm also going to do a thin line of white next to this thicker band. Now it's important that if we do leave white in our paintings, that we always paint white over it, that we don't leave the canvas showing. So I'm going to go over this white once or twice. So I'm going to put this up so you guys can see a little bit better. I'm going to go over my white one more time. So I'm now going to do my light blue, filling this band, and next to that thinner band of white I just painted. So now I think I'm gonna paint this medium dark blue. I'm gonna paint another band up top, you guys can see that over here. really want curved lines. So that's why I'm making them a little bit more exaggerated. And now this one's going to come off the page and then come back down here at the bottom. Now I think I need a little bit more gold. So I think I'm going to do another thin line of gold over here. So now that I filled in this gold section, going down to the bottom, I'm going to fill in another smaller gold section that's going to slightly overlap this light blue I did at the top. So now that I have this gold section done, we're going to fill in another section with our lighter blue. So we're going to fill in this top section. Step it right up here, and down here, so now I'm going to mix another layer of blue. I'm going to do this light blue over here. And I'm actually going to fill in the whole section, the light blue. So we're going to go back in with details after. Make other smaller bands within these bigger ones. Add some details. So now that that's all smoothed in and filled out, take the brush, and we're going to go in with some of that darker blue, and we're going to do the same thing we did the first time in this section. We're going to do a line with that dark blue. Once all that blue is laid out, we're going to take another brush that is completely dry. And we're going to do the same thing as before. We're going to brush that upwards, following the curve. Just like that. I'm going to wipe my brush off so that it's completely dry again. And I'm going to do that same thing one more time. But I'm going to really take my time this time and go slow, so I can get longer, smoother brush strokes going upwards. Just by changing the weight of the brush strokes this one time, you guys can kind of tell the difference. Just by doing short, quick brush strokes, I got a nice smooth layer going this way. By doing longer, smoother brush strokes, I got to blend up higher. So I'm going to continue doing that with this larger band. Fill in the top section here, so that way we can then move on to our detailing. So now I'm going to take a smaller paintbrush and I'm going to pick and choose spots that I want to do other bands of colors in between. So I think one of the first places I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to do a white line going down over here. So I'm going to try and do a very thin white line. Now I might have to go over this once or twice, but that's okay. I think I'm also going to do a white banded line up here, cutting between these two colors. And do the same thing down here since it's the same band. And I'm also going to do a white line cutting between these two colors up here at the top. Now, if you're painting while your painting is still wet like mine, you'll probably definitely want to do a second coat on all of your white bands in your painting once it's dried up a tiny bit, which I'm going to do the same thing. So for some more detailing, I'm going to dip my tiny paintbrush in some dark blue, and I'm going to do another banded line over this gold. And I think I'm going to match this dark blue line with another one right here. Since it already kind of seems like there's one forming from when we blended our colors before, I'm just going to keep it there, but I'm going to make it a little bit bolder. Guys, a little bit closer look. So I think I'm gonna go in and give all my white spots, all my white lines, a second coat of white at this point. It's seems dry enough. So now I'm going to mix a little bit more of a lighter blue. And I am going to do another line of lighter blue in this bigger section next to the white. Really following those curves. I think I'm going to do another smaller line, you guys can't see it, up over here. I'm going to follow that up down here, because that's the same band. Now, I'm going to take one of my smaller brushes again, make sure it's dry, and I'm going to do another line of this dark blue with that light blue that we just did. I think I'm going to do a few more of these dark blue lines. I'm going to do one on this band down here, to light blue. Go over this blue one more time just because I think it needs a second coat. It's still a tiny bit see-through. also going to do another darker line over here. I'm actually going to make this one a tiny bit thicker. And again, we're probably going to do 2 coats on this. So I didn't film this part, but I took the back of my paintbrush. I did it down here. I made like a spotty white line in between those two, so I'm going to do it up top over here. So again, I dipped the back of my paintbrush in white, and I am going to go back and forth and follow that same line, that wiggle, and try and make a line. So I don't want it perfect, I don't want it really clean, I just want it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again up top over here. So I'm going to go over any spots that I don't necessarily like. I'm going to make them a little bit better. I'm just going around a few of the curves, especially right in the middle where it picks up on your eye. So we're going to take some of the lighter blue on our smaller brush, and we're just going to start making squiggles on our big section. Because geodes sometimes have patterns in between, so we want to try and recreate that. something like that. So now I'm going to take my brush, dip it back into my dark blue, and I'm going to go over it because I don't want it so bright. But we definitely want to see some kind of pattern, a little bit of detail, just some dimension in between. So I'm just darkening it up. Now if you went out of the lines on this step, just make sure you go over these two lines on the outside just to make it very sharp. You want it really clean. And at this point, I think we are ready for some glitter. So I'm going to pull my picture up just so you guys can see a little better from farther away. So once we're here at this step, you guys can add a few little different designs, or if you guys want to go more detailed, add more details. But I think I'm done, so I'm going to let mine completely dry before we put the glitter on, because we're going to do it a specific way. So my computer died while I started filming out what I was just doing before, but I let my painting completely dry and I just started laying down some more color over the sections that I want glitter, and I'm going to leave the sections that I don't want glitter dry. So I just started putting some dark blue again over this section. I'll clean my brush off. And I'm gonna put more gold again because I really want my glitter definitely on the gold sections. So I'm just gonna do a nice light layer of paint just so the glitter will stick where I want it. So now I'm going to take my glitter and I'm going to put it into the palm of my hand, and and I'm going to gently sprinkle it where I want it. Right now I'm just trying to focus on the one gold section in the middle. I'm going to sprinkle some of the rest of the glitter lightly over the rest of it. So I'm going to let this sit and dry just like this for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm going to pick it up and let all the glitter get off. So now that I let my painting sit with my glitter still on for about 5 to 10 minutes, I'm now going to dump my glitter. I suggest you guys doing this over a garbage pail or something. I'm going to do it over my table since I laid it out with newspaper. So it's an easy cleanup. Some of the glitter stuck to other places, so I'm going to gently wipe it off. And some of the dry places. And now we have our finished geode. It looks so beautiful and sparkly. I love it because I love glitter. I know I definitely had fun today. I hope you guys did too, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye!